starting assignment.
With this guy, an ERA of bad, and recently he's pitched better in this one here today.
As they try to force a rubber match in the series.
League in doubles, putting themselves in scoring position time. You right back in the ball game. This offense creates a lot of opportunities.
Last time out, but one that was just their second win in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty B. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
Swung on and hit deep to left center. Center fielder looking up, still ranging back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 11 for him on the season as the Tribe move out in front 1-0.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly. Just like that, they take the lead.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. Gone. Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. It's a solo shot for Frankie Lindor. 24 home runs for him on the season, and with it, the Indians have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or if he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
At the plate now, Greg Allen. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Comes in with an average of 265, 2 home runs, and 11 RBIs. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Lined hard toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 24, Domingo Santana.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring Domingo Santana into the batter's box next. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Cleveland's out in front, 2-0. Mike Clevenger, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
I know one thing, he looks a lot like Jacob deGrom until deGrom cut his hair, but this guy has really good stuff. Long, lanky guy, good sneaky fastball, low to mid-90s. But then quality pitcher who's made his name initially coming out of the bullpen, but he's carved a niche for himself as a starting pitcher.
And he fouls this one off. Here it comes, 0-2. On a good curveball, gets him swinging for out number 1. Into the box now, Harold Castro, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
And that'll bring up the veteran Miguel Cabrera. And it's grounded just foul down the line. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike.
Going to be a long day if he executes like this, punching tickets right out of the gate.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Down in order go the Tigers. They're down 2-0. Second inning set to go, and up to bat next, Delino DeShields.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Hey, love the pitcher attacking the zone right here. He knows he's got a patient hitter at the plate. Might as well steal that first strike.
Line drive, base hit. So a productive start to the inning for the Tribe as their leadoff hitter is aboard.
Batting 7, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Here's Carlos Santana now. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Reyes will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Detroit Tigers. And let's take a look at Jonathan Schoop, another one of the versatile new regime ball players. Ability to play second base, turn to double play at 6'2", 200+ pounds, and move over to third base with a rocket arm.
To the plate now, Jordan Luplow, as he will line this one into right center, and this is going to get down and should be extra bases. And this is going to rattle up against the out-of-town scoreboard now. And he's in safely at third, as a run will score on the play as well.
Batting 9.
Here's another look at it right here as he drives it right between the 2 outfielders, heading towards the right center field wall. He was flying out of the box, so I think he was thinking triple all the way. By the time they get it back in, he's safely into third.
Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
First pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Wow, and the hits just keep piling up for them. Take a look at the numbers here. That's already 6 hits, and we're only in the second inning. We'll see if they can keep this up as the innings go on.
In now, Oscar Mercado. Popped up. Rogers has a play. 2 gone.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Line towards center field. Reyes will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. On now to the bottom of the second. The Tribe lead this one. ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up the big first baseman, C.J. Cron.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. To third, fielded cleanly. And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And today my spotlight's going to shine down on Cesar Hernandez, second baseman who can really turn the double play. Has got super quick feet, great reaction time. Guys love working with him up the chute.
Here's Jonathan Schoop now. Fouled away. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 11 home runs and 42 runs batted in. And it's 0-2 to Schoop.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Coming to the plate now, Jake Rogers. He went deep in the contest last night. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. 1-2 to the Tigers catcher. Ball 2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They trail here 4-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Greg Allen. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers. There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Well, as we take another look at it, you can see that this thing kind of handcuffed him and he couldn't make the play. Comes off the heel of the glove, and the leadoff man is aboard.
Into the box now, Domingo Santana. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Allen is on his way home. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And he will score now from first. And the throwing mistake there, getting the ball in, is going to wind up costing him. Now here comes Ron Gardenhire up out of the dugout, and he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Ivan Nova is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Number 43, Ivan Nova.
And here's the second-generation big leaguer Delino DeShields. High in the air out to center field. Catch made in straightaway center as the runner tags from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. So one man gone for Cleveland here in the third. And that'll bring in one of the best on-base percentage players in the game, Carlos Santana. It goes. He got all of that ball. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a two-run homer down the line in right field, and that is 27 for him on the year as this lead swells to 7-0. Well, that was this lineup's third homer of the game.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, you don't see this very often, D-Row. A lot of runs scored and a lot of home runs. This is a big ballpark here, Comerica Ballpark in Detroit.
Yeah, Dan, it's interesting. You walk in, and at first glance, Comerica Park doesn't look like it plays that small. But then you do the advanced stats on it. A lot of guys going deep in this yard.
Stewart is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are two gone now.
Now batting, catcher.
So striding in, Roberto Perez. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. We played 2.5. It's the Indians 7 and the Tigers nothing.
Back now for the Tigers' third turn at bat, and unfortunately for them and their fans, this lineup hasn't really found its stride this season. Entering the day, they ranked near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening, so he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Here comes the first pitch. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
The windup and the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
I know he's down in the count right now, and it's not looking good, but he's been swinging the bat so well lately. I don't think he minds this one bit.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So with one away, let's give you a look at the standings in the American League's Central Division as you see where these two teams find themselves entering our ball game here today. Stepping up to the plate, number 19 comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And now a pitch on the way. And with the big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. The 0-2 delivery. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
He froze him on the fastball there. Number 19 becomes out number 2 this inning.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
In now, Nico Goodrum. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Heading out towards shallow right. Allen is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Tigers. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Castro is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Striding in once again, Oscar Mercado head-to-head against Nova. He has a 3-for-12 line. He's got to hurry on to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Francisco Lindor, 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted in the air out to left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Standing in, Victor Reyes back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And Santana will watch it. Harold Castro. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike. Hey.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
2 balls and a strike now. High fly ball out to straightaway center. DeShields is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Into the box, Miguel Cabrera. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets...
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Digging in, Greg Allen, 0 for 2 with the runs scored so far.
Number 1.
First pitch on its way.
Allen.
This is on the ground over to first. He's got it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The batter.
1 man out now in the Cleveland 5th. And that'll bring Domingo Santana into the batter's box next. Fastball in there for a called strike. Slapped hard the opposite way, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the 2nd out.
Now batting, the center.
At the plate, Delino DeShields, a hit in 2 tries so far. And the pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Center fielder on the run. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, he was
Now
definitely
batting,
struggling
the first
coming into
baseman,
this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
So now Carlos Santana. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. It's 8-0.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Row. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his third run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
He's 1 for 2 in this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up. He'll go to Scope at second for the force out, and that ends the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Cleveland. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Indians 8 and the Tigers nothing. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Tigers manager Ron Gardenhire during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
The first baseman,
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
DJ Whoa.
First delivery to him on the way. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher. Able to pound the zone with all different options.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard toward the right side. It's down for extra bases, and the Tigers have their first hit of the game. He'll get it into second, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
Hey, D-Row, it's about time they finally break through. We're into the 5th inning, and that's just their first hit of this game.
Yeah, Danny, it's been a pitcher's delight out there, but I'm an offensive guy. I want to see some balls moved into the gap. First knock, hopefully this is the start of many.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Santana is there, and he has it for the out. Settling in now, Jake Rogers.
The catcher, Jake
He's set. Here it comes. And he doesn't want him to get off to a big lead out there at second, so he steps off to look him back. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Man, if I'm on the mound right now, these guys are swinging at everything. You just want to try and paint the corners.
Fielded cleanly on to first, and there were 2 down.
Now
Up next steps Kristen Stewart. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Fouled off. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
There is a base open here, so the option to work around him is there if they want to go that route.
And he fouls this one off. Crone on third with 2 out. Breaking ball misses the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tried to work in the back door.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Tigers leave 1. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Stepping into the box, Roberto Perez. A hit and 2 tries for him so far.
Roberto Montero.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Line towards center field. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
Into the box, Cesar Hernandez, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
8 runs, 11 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Skied into very shallow right. Castro is in a few steps as he takes it for the first out. Next for the Indians is the designated hitter, Oscar Mercado. He launched one over. High drive, left field and deep. And it's off the wall in front of the bullpen. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And not in time as the run scores. So some real problems out there that time, as it'll wind up in E7. Bo Burrows gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 10-0 score.
Hey, good job of hitting right there, Devo. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. All you want to do is put the ball in play. He did just that. Hits a grounder right up the middle that drives in a run.
Yeah, it took it right back at where it came from. All you're trying to do is avoid the corners. Hit something hard up the middle, whether it be on the ground or in the air. You're going to drive the run in.
Into the box now, Greg Allen, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Comes set with the 0-1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. From the belt, the pitch. Here's a hard hit ball that'll be caught out there at short. And that will become out number 2.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Ready for another chance? Domingo Santana hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in there. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is, this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Stepping in now, Delino DeShields, as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Lifted in the air out to right. Castro is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 2 men left stranded. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Indians 10 and the Tigers nothing. Next up for Detroit, number 19. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent today.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game. Digging in the switch hitter, Nico Goodrum. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he gets ahead 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
No runs, just 1 hit, and 2 errors for the Tigers to this point. And he struck him out, so double digits now, 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Now batting.
So coming to the plate, Victor Reyes. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And it's fouled away. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled away.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
A bouncer up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Well, that's only the second hit he's given up tonight, and the first one didn't do any damage. So he's not sweating this one at all. They haven't been able to string anything together.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Fouled off. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch high in the air down the right field line. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Detroit. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. Seventh inning ready to roll, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana.
And the pitch.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
And it looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw in the Tiger bullpen. Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Racing back the right fielder, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
So now to the plate, Jordan Luplow, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw not nearly in time as he reaches it first.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Gregory Soto comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. At the plate, Roberto Perez, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. Soto primarily attacks hitters with his sinker, but not your typical sinker. He throws it much harder than most.
He's a hard guy to get elevation on. In a day and age where a lot of hitters are looking to lift and separate and get the ball in the air, he has some good sink, not great sink, but he makes hitters hit the ball on the ground, and when he's on, you'll see a lot of ground balls.
Scope dives, what a stop. And the tag gets him, but one run is in to score on the play.
The batter, number 7.
It certainly looked like they might have had a big inning cooking there with first and third and no outs, but the double play kind of kills it. They did get the run in, but the batter doesn't get credit for an RBI.
So base is empty now after the double play, and set to go is the second baseman, Cesar Hernandez. First pitch coming, here it is. Hops this one up. Scope into shallow center. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Cleveland. We'll move on now to the bottom of the inning now, and striding forward the designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Here's C.J. Cron now. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Jonathan Scope is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate, good command of the off-speed pitches, very little traffic on the bases. So far, he couldn't have drawn up to be any better than he has been so far in this one.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. They trail in this one 11-0. So stepping in, Oscar Mercado. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. First delivery to him on the way. In there for strike 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Oscar Mercado becomes the first out of the inning. Now the pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he'll reach second now with one away.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches. But when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
To the plate now, Greg Allen.
He swings, and it's a line drive to left center.
Boy, and call off the dogs already as this is down for extra bases. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
In now, Domingo Santana. Lined into right, a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Wow, that's a baker's dozen. 13 runs right there, and they can't do anything wrong at the plate. I'm no expert, but I would have to bet that the manager would love to save some of those runs for the next game. Regardless, there's some happy men in that dugout.
Into the box, Delino DeShields lifted in the air out towards left center. Center fielder giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Stepping in, Carlos Santana. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
And a leaping effort there, but this is down into right center, a base hit.
Boy, talk about having a day, D-Roll. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
Buck Farmer enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Into the box now, Jordan Luplow, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Line drive to left. Oh, and he can't come up with it. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Man, I haven't seen an offensive explosion like this since I don't know when. It's been a combination of spotty pitching and inconsistent defense, and now they posted an amazing 14 runs on the board.
At the plate now, Roberto Perez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. The 0-1 on its way. Farmer playing here in his age 29 season. He was a 5th-round pick back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Indians lead it 14-0. Now to the plate, Jake Rogers. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
Skied into straightaway right. Allen is there, one away.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now,
Number 14.
Kristen Stewart. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
What a performance so far. Throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Allen is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Now batting. The third baseman.
Next for the Tigers, number 19. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. That's by him for strike 1.
Even though we're late into this ball game, this guy's velo is still top notch. This guy's a horse.
And he fouls this one off. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. And it's fouled away.
Hey, I don't blame him for fouling that one away. His eyes lit up right there. He did not expect a changeup up in the zone with 2 strikes. Got to regroup.
Another 1-2 delivery. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. But this one's pretty much over. 14-0. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Cesar Hernandez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting. Designated
Stepping in, Oscar
Oscar
Mercado. He'll look to bounce
Mercado.
back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Francisco Lindor.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Francisco Lindor. He'll try to build on an already great game. He's 3 for 5 so far in this one.
That's one of those pitches you just float over the plate. 99% of the time the batter is taking at least the first pitch after 2 straight 1-pitch outs. So,
well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Now at the plate, Nico Goodrum starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Brad Hand takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Here comes the first pitch. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A little roller toward the hole. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still 1 good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Harold Castro. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Right there for strike 1. Popped up. Luplow in foul ground. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Can't waste getting the leadoff runner on in this situation. Someone's got to bear down and get a big knock.
Last breath for the Tigers. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully. And they should be very happy with this performance.
14-0 is the final in this one. The Cleveland Indians get their 30th win on the road so far this season. Mike Clevenger earns his 8th victory of the season as he struck out 13 in this one. Spencer Turnbull only completed 2 innings and is charged with the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
We remind you to please drive home safely.